What's most important to you when shopping for a new car? Is it the car you must have, or is it the payment the car must be? And let's talk about how those two things are different. It's a conversation I have with all of my clients. There's two paths that you're traveling along, or two roads. Sometimes the roads will cross in path, sometimes they won't. So let's get into it. So if you have a particular car that you must have, that's one thing. Or if you have a particular payment that the car must be, that's another. Can we force those two together? Sometimes it happens, but not always. So a very important conversation I have with all my clients is this the car you must have? And if so, here's what we do. Here's what we'll do. We'll find the best possible lowest payment we can. We shop for leases. I'm the lease guy. That's what we're talking about, but this could apply for financing as well. We'll find that car that you must have at the lowest possible payment available. But if you have a payment that the car must be, that may not match up, right? So on the other hand, if you have a payment that you cannot pay anything more than, you can't necessarily say then you must also have this car. So they're two different paths. So I always tell people, listen, if you have a payment that the car must be, of course I'll shop for your first choice. I always want to look for the car you want, but we have to be realistic. And if it turns out that the car that you want first, or your first choice, isn't available at the payment that you must pay, or it's under what your max payment, then unfortunately we have to pick a second option. And that's what we always do. So we'll look for the car that you want first, and if it doesn't match your payment requirements, then we keep shopping. We'll go to a second choice, a third choice. Usually it doesn't take more than 2 or 3 choices. You kind of learn the market and you get a little bit more reasonable about what you're shopping for. So that those two paths, like I said, guys, I learned the hard way with some clients that you can't force a Mercedes into a $500 payment, right? Just not something that's available. So those kind of clients, I have screening, and I don't always accept everybody if they're not reasonable about what they're looking for. But we're always looking for the best deal available on any car we're shopping for. So once again, if you have a car you must have, we'll find the best deal available for that car. If you have a payment you must have, we'll find the car that matches that payment. Hopefully it's your first or second choice. You got to be flexible. If you have a very limited or strict budget, then you have to find a car that fits that budget. And that's understandable and that's normal, and that's what we all have to do in life. Now, a couple of things I will talk about is luxury vehicles. So if you're shopping for a Range Rover, BMW, a Mercedes, those cars are never going to be the best deal on the market, right? So we're never going to find the deal that beats all other brands and this is the best deal you've ever had. No, what we're always trying to find with those is the best deal available, because people pay for those luxury brands. And you have to understand that if you want a luxury brand, you're going to pay a little more. The dealerships don't have the same incentive to do discounts and rebates and all the other stuff they do to try to move the other inventory at lower price points, because those luxury brands sell themselves. The name alone, that's what people want to pay for. So be aware of that. If you want a luxury car, that it's never going to be the best deal on the market, but like everything else, we'll find the best deal available for that car for you. And the same thing applies for the highest trim level, fully loaded whatevers. Every brand car has its top of the line, option, right? With all the bells and whistles, fully loaded, heated seats, heated steering wheel, 20-inch plus rims, all the nice stuff. So even if you're shopping for a Volkswagen, let's say, and you want the top of the line trim level, that's almost like their version of a luxury vehicle. So if you want that, just be aware that they're also not going to have the best deal on the market for those top of the line trim, fully loaded, but we'll find the best deal available for that car if that's the one you must have. But once again, I'm Adam the Lease Guy. If you'd like me to do your shopping for you, I'll have this conversation with you again. Check out my link for all the ways to work with me. Please like, subscribe, and come back for more.